It doesn't exist anymore. I'm not quite sure if it ever really did exist. All this crap was an experiment, and it went horribly awry. Mr. Real Talk, your favorite YouTube station for brotherhood, sisterhood, and an attempt at righteousness. Y'all, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but love and relationships in the black community, it's over, y'all. It's a thing of the past. It's done. Dunsky. Rapperooski. It's over. No more. No mas. Forget about it. Okay? And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but love and relationships in the so-called black community is over. Marriage is over. A family unit, over. The black community and everything it entails, it's all over. It was a horrible experiment, and now it's over, okay? And that's why I say love and relationships, dating, whatever you want to call this stuff, it's all over. It doesn't exist. And my hat goes off to all of the Hebrews out there worldwide, whatever country you in, whatever nation you in, no matter if you're younger, middle-aged, or older, my hat goes off to you. Because many of us out there will never have the chance, not on this side, to experience, I guess, life at its fullest, okay? Many of us out there, us Hebrews out there, on this side, we will never have a chance to experience having a family, being a part of a nuclear family unit, having a woman or having a man who truly loves you and honors you and respects you and treats you the proper way. Many of us Hebrews out there, no matter what country we in, we will never experience that. Not on this side. You know why? Because the so-called black community is over. There's no hope at all. I'm not going to get on here and sell y'all some kind of pipe dream and sell you some kind of hope for the future. The black community is hopeless. Family is done. I mean, no hopes of returning. It's all over. It was a horrible experiment. And when I say it, I'm talking about being black. It was a horrible experiment, and now it's over. And because of it, everything that's inside of the black box is done away with. Like love and relationships, like having a family, like honor and respect. Amongst blacks, it's over. Okay? And I'm serving this video out right now as a warning about that, because I know how it is, right? I'm a man. I know there's plenty of other Hebrew men out there worldwide. Some of you out there on this channel, you're women, okay? And I know there's plenty of Hebrew women worldwide. Because the so-called black community is in such disarray. Okay, for one, let's start with the men, for one. The so-called black man. The so-called black man is such a joke right now in the earth. The average everyday black man, his mind is completely made of mush. You cannot communicate with him because he's black, okay? When you have a race of people walking around the earth thinking that even though they look like me, they think that they're the color of a stocking cap, which is on my head, it's going to be very hard or nearly impossible to get any kind of knowledge across to that person because they've been blacked out. Spiritually, knowledge, everything. They're black. Their behavior is evil, wicked. Now, back to this so-called black man. Today's so-called black man, and I'm talking about you so-called black Americans, right? Because when people really say black, although you have a lot of our people out there who've latched on to being black, and look, I'm not knocking them because they're Israelites, right? But originally being black, that's the title of black Americans, because other so-called black people, they say we're Jamaican, we're Barbadosian, we're black Mexicans. Or they might just call themselves Mexican, but they be black. People who generally started off calling themselves black, that's these black Americans, right? Guys like myself, the wanderers of the world, have no idea about your true identity. So number one, that's going to start you off behind the 8 ball. It's going to put you at ground zero. In fact, that's going to put you in the basement, my friend, because based on being a so-called black American man, black men in America, for the most part, they have no idea who they are, no idea what they are, no idea where they hail from. You see how they push you behind the 8 ball? How the hell can you expect to have a decent, loving, kind, and respectful relationship with a woman out here when you don't even have a base to plant your feet on? Huh? Huh? And for guys like myself, we still get lumped in with being black because people look at my face and they say, oh yeah, that's a black guy, which lumps us all in, right? And so that means I'll have to deal with so-called black women. Black American women, just like black men, they don't have a clue as to what's going on out here. The average black American woman out here in America, clueless. Ostrich, head in the sand, ostrich, doesn't have an idea whether she's coming or going, don't know what's going on about nothing. She thinks that she's black. So you know what that's going to mean off the bat? She's going to hate herself. She's going to hate me because everybody hates black people. She's not going to know who she is, what her job and role is in the earth, what her job and role is in a relationship. How could she know? She doesn't even know who she is. So the black women, black American women, you're starting off behind the 8 ball off the break. So we got black American men, black American women. Neither one of them have a clue as to who they are, what they are, where they hail from. You're both starting off behind the 8 ball. This has been going on for so long, y'all. We've lost track of time. It's been going on that long. And now that we in the end times, I'm letting you know right now, unless you are already locked in with a husband or a wife or you already got a family, the chances to you actually finding real, true genuineness out here in your other counterpart, whether that's a male counterpart or a female counterpart, the chances of you finding that from today going forward, they're not that high. I'm not going to lie to you. They're not high at all. You know why? Because most so-called black men out there, they're emotionally unstable. The average black man is completely emotionally unstable. He's in no condition to deal with the so-called black women, which is an emotional creature by nature. And as a so-called black man, most black men have zero emotional control. How are you going to deal with a woman, a black woman at that, when she is very much emotional, very much governed by her emotions? Then here you are, a man, you're the same way as her. You see the problem in that? Do you see the problem in that? Most black, so-called black people, they hate themselves. So whether you're a man looking for a woman or a woman looking for a man, most of you guys don't even know yourself, let alone love yourself. Most of you out there, you hate yourself and you don't know yourself. How the hell do you think you're going to find love and relationship? How the hell, what makes you think that you are fit to be part of a family? You don't even know who you are. See, for a long time, we thought it was okay just to come out here starting families and stuff, not having a clue as to who or what we are. Our people was doomed to fail from a long time ago, y'all. Doomed to fail from a long time ago. And it makes it 10 times worse because now we in the end days, right? Now we got men and women who are waking up to who and what they are. And black people already hated each other. And once you find out that you are Israelite, that you're not black, black people hate you even more. So now you really up the creek. How in the hell are you going to find so-called love? How are you going to find you a woman out here to wife? How are you going to find you a man out here to wife you up and to be your husband? The black community is ground zero for instability. There is no love in the black community. The black community never existed. And now it's been brought to full light. You can't even communicate with Negroes, men or women. Negroes don't know how to communicate with each other. You ever notice that? Very selfish. Men and women, very selfish. But you think that you fit to be in a relationship. With who? Most black people need to go through, what you call it? What you call that joint? Some kind of therapy. I can't think of the proper name of it right now. But most black people need therapy, and they've never gotten it. You know what your therapy is? It's in the Torah and the Tanakh. It's in the Old Testament, only scriptures. Your therapy will come from turning to the Most High God and Him alone. And see, the very few of us, there's very few people have turned back to the Most High, and that isolates you even more because you see the stupidity of the so-called black community. It sickens me. I'm sickened by it. I'm literally repulsed by it. You ever try having a conversation with a modern day Negro? It's like talking to a freaking brick wall. Most of our men want to be women. They act like women. And most of our women, they want to be men and they act like men. Neither black men nor black women know a thing about respecting each other. But you think you should be in a relationship. You actually got the nerve to think you should be in a marriage? You don't know the first thing about respecting somebody. Always want to cuss somebody out at the drop of a dime. But you think you fit to be in a marriage. You got to be kidding me. That's why I say the black community is done. It's over. Love and relationships in the black community, it's over. Because you know what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to get desperate. You're going to have to come out here and you're going to have to get on these dating apps. And then you're going to have to go through all of the shenanigans with these horrible attitudes and disposition of so-called black people. It's unbearable. Like the level of non-comprehension in the Negro community, it's unbearable at times. The stupidity is at an all-time high. And it's getting worse by the minute. Black men don't want to be leaders anymore. Instead, you want to be followers. That's why most of you niggas out there want to go out and vote for so-called Kamala Harris. Not that I approve of the election, because I'm not voting, right? I don't vote for either one of these devils. First of all, they both devils. Second of all, Kamala Harris is not black. Okay? And this is how dumb, stupid, and weak a lot of Negro men are. Let's say Kamala Harris was actually black, which she's not, because black would mean she's a black American. See, you got to stop letting people play with you. First of all, she's not black at all. But everybody knows how ignorant Negroes are. It's very easy to trick us. So they roll Kamala Harris out. Now they want her to be a nigga now to trick black people because they know black people are not smart. God said you're not smart. You're dumber than an ox and you're dumber than an ass. Isaiah 1 and 3. That's black people right there. Dumbass niggas out here. Men and women. Idiots. Numbskulls. Morons even. Bunch of dipsticks out there. No mental composure at all. Falling for that stuff. Now Kamala Harris with her wicked ass is supposed to be black. Talking about cooking greens in a bathtub. Who gonna eat them nasty ass greens in a bathtub? That right there should let y'all niggas know she ain't black. Black people don't cook greens in no damn bathtub. But clearly Asians and Indians do. Because that's what she is. All right? Y'all stupid out there, man. Easy to trick y'all niggas. That's why the black community is over. It's done. Love, dating, family, marriage, it's all over. If you're not locked in already, on those fronts, the likelihood of you becoming locked in is very slim, and it's getting slimmer by the minute. Most black men out there are so dumb, weak, and stupid. Let's say Kamala Harris was black, which she's not. You want to be led by a woman, which lets me know you a weak ass nigga. And that goes for any man out there of any race who wants a woman to be the head over him. You a weak ass nigga. You soft. And you are easily taken, and you're gonna be taken too. Can imagine all hell breaking loose, all war breaking loose in these streets, and you want to run to a woman to protect you. You're going to be one of the first niggas to get BK'd. Soft ass nigga. Want a woman to lead you. You're despicable. And you know what I'm telling you? That's how you know the black community is over. Because most men out there, you're led by women. And you want to be led by women. Now you want a woman to lead the whole nation. You niggas are weak. No wonder you're going to get crushed. You about to get crushed out here. You're going to get crushed underfoot. Soft nigga. And then you women out here. You so-called black women out here. A lot of these black women out here are more masculine than the men. Now you guys, you can give your reasoning for why you're masculine. I don't want to hear it, and I'm not going to hear it. I'm not dealing with no woman who's trying to be more of a man than me. What the hell do I look like even remotely competing for the man spot in a relationship? With most so-called black women, they are going to compete with you for the man spot instead of going over to the woman spot in a relationship. Hey, I'm telling the truth. And I know because most black women, you can't tell them nothing. I mean nothing. Because they're more of a man than you. So when they hear somebody actually telling the truth, most black women get offended. I do not care. If you don't like what I'm saying, you can exit stage left, hit the road, and you're probably single, and I know why. You got a big mouth, and you want to compete with a man for the man spot when you have your spot. Your spot is the woman spot in the relationship. I'm not going to compete with you for that. And you're not going to compete with me for the man spot. If you try, I'm going to dismiss you. That's why I'm single now. I'm not doing that, right? And to real men out there, you're not going to deal with a woman who wants to compete for your manhood. Kick her to the curb. She ain't worth it. And all you women out there, you dealing with these weak, wimpy niggas out there that want you to be the leader. I'm telling you right now, if you a woman out there, you better ditch that nigga today. You better ditch that nigga today. Because you know what? When all hell breaks loose, you're going to be looking for somebody to help you out and to protect you. Guess what? That nigga going to be hiding under the bed calling out for you to help him. That's the kind of guy you got if your man wants you to be the boss of him. If your man is looking to you for leadership and courageousness, you better scrap that nigga and you better ditch him quick, okay? The reversals of the roles have been completely flipped in the black community. That's why it's over. No more families, no more marriage, no more relationships. Cancel Christmas, nigga. Stick a fork in both of y'all. It's over, okay? The only way you're going to get a little bit of act right, you're going to turn to the Most High God and him only. Do your best to keep the Most High's commandments. And then if you're a man, you pray that the Most High send you a woman from somewhere. If you're a woman, you pray that the Most High sends you a man from somewhere. And you know what? Some of us will get that, but others won't. Believe it or not, some of us will not be able to actually know what it's like to enjoy a family until the kingdom comes in. I know some of you don't want to hear that, but I'm going to tell you the real truth. That's why this channel is Mr. Real Talk, your go-to channel for brotherhood, sisterhood, and an attempt at righteousness. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Check out the links below in the video description. I'm your brother, signing off. Peace.